Princess Alencia's newly formed Crimean army, with Ike as its commander, marches to Tor Garen and claims its first victory. Tor Garen is a vast wall guarding Daein's border, manned by battalions of well-trained soldiers. It was long thought impenetrable. Yet the strength of the Crimean army under General Ike's leadership far outstrips Daein expectations, and Tor Garen falls. Learning of Gallia's increasing interest in the war, Ike wastes no time in ordering his troops further into the heart of Daein. The gears of history, which had come to a halt with the fall of Crimea, slowly creaked to life once more. Chapter 19. Entrusted. Naesala! King Naesala of Kilvas! I would speak to you now. She's really cold in that outfit. Oh, if it isn't General Petrine. What brings you up these frosty mountain peaks? I've no time for pleasantries. Is it true? Has Crimea's army breached Tor Garen? Though I'm loath to report it, this appears to be the case. Bah! Kayache, you worthless dog! Being defeated by that girl's motley band just proves how useless he was. Surely it's not the general's fault alone. He was told that Crimea's army was weak and that Tor Garen was impregnable. And yet, he was defeated. I'd say that someone severely underestimated our enemy, wouldn't you? What was that? Do you dare to insult Daein, Crow? Men have forfeited their lives for less. Insult Daein? Never! Come now, General Petrine. I'm merely stating the facts. Regardless of the previous battle's outcome, Crimea's army will be stopped here. I'll be taking the field myself. Sounds like you've set the stage for a grand performance. General Petrine, Kilvas will always stand at Daein's side. As long as we receive our payment, of course. If gold is all it takes, then may our friendship never end. See to it that your performance warrants such consideration. Hamasa, come here! Yes. Work with King Kilvas and put a stop to Crimea's army. No screw-ups, or else! Leave it to me, General. I will not suffer another failure, King Kilvas. You must finish them, and do so quickly. Are we clear? Sick to death being made a fool by that Crimean floozy and her pathetic band of sellswords. And the remaining portion of my fee? Don't worry, we have it ready. You'll get paid when the job is done. As long as we're clear on that point, everything's settled. Well then, I'm off. Dog's breath. Even by half-breed standards, those crows are complete scum. Give that one even the smallest opening and he'll steal the eyes from your skull. What an untrustworthy wretch. Anyway, see ya. Ike, I'd like to report the results of our last battle. We gained 4 new allies. Mia was the MVP going into that. Quite a decent chunk of bonus EXP, a little bit of combat EXP, but things are looking up. There were no deaths and no injuries beyond our capabilities to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well. That is all. By your leave, I will excuse myself. There are a couple of support conversations that we have, and also one that I missed, I believe. Yes, Rolf and Marsha didn't have that one. I'm actually gonna save before I do that. Rolf and Marsha, let's go. Ready? Aim. Hey, you're Rolf, right? What are you doing out here all alone? I'm practicing my archery skills. See? Just nail a target to a tree and fire away. I cover my arrow tip with burlap to prevent accidents. See, there was this one incident with a marmot. Well, I just try to stay close to the target now. It's not the best way to train, but at least it gives me some practice. Aw, that's so cute. You're trying hard even though you're such a little guy. Hey, I'm not small. I'm a dangerous mercenary. Yeah, of course you are. Say, would you mind if I practice with you? It's all right. I can take care of myself. I know. Just offering help. You know, I was once a knight in the service of the world's greatest country. I also know how to handle a bow. Us Pegasus Knights fear archers more than anything else, you know. Yeah, well, you better watch out or I'll feather you like a quill. Big words from a little guy. I like you. Hey, you should take a look around and make sure no one else is around before you start shooting arrows. I know that! Don't talk to me like a baby! Sheesh, all right. Touchy. Oh dear. I don't believe those two will ever get along well. Rolf and Sheenon as well.
Uncle Shinon! Wait, Uncle Shinon!
What do you want, Rolf?
Look at this.
Why are you showing me this? It's just a piece of bent wood.
No, Shinon, it's a bow. You gave me my first bow and I wanted to return the favor. I'm making it one whittle at a time. I know it's not exactly the best looking weapon out there, but I hope you'll use it.
Maybe if I overhaul it, I may be able to call it a bow. This thing's gonna break the first time I fire it. You want me to be unarmed in the battlefield, is that it?
I don't...
Look, to begin with, you used the wrong kind of wood. This is much too hard and inflexible. Remember the bow I made for you? Didn't look like this, did it?
But I worked so hard. It should be just like yours.
Not even close.
Not even...
Oh, crud, don't start bawling. Look, let me give you a quick lesson.
Really? Promise? Oh, I'm so happy! Yay, yay! I love you, Uncle Shinon!
Yeah, it's a promise. Now quit clinging to me like a lost dog. Hey, seriously. Rolf! Interesting bit of backstory there. We learned that Rolf not only received training from Shinon, but Shinon made Rolf's bow. We also have a support conversation between Shinon and Gatry that we were unable to view because they left the army before we were able, they left the Grail mercenaries before we were even able to see it. Maybe I should. Oh, or then again I could, no, that won't do. Hey. Oh, hey Shinon. What the heck are you doing? It's really annoying. Shh, it's a secret. Whatever, see you around. Wait, I'm just joking! I mean, stop being so mean and listen for a second. I will have you buy dinner tonight. All right, but you better give me good advice. Of course. So, what's in your mind? I'm thinking about the reward that we're going to get. I'm not sure what to do with it. Up to you. Spend it however you please. But every time I spend money, you give me a hard time. I do? How? What about the other day when I bought the ultimate shield? Gatry, that was a castle gate. Hey, did you ever give that back? The guard thought you were a thief. And remember the Speedbring 4000? That secret elixir that boosts speed just by sprinkling it over your body? You mean that putrid snake oil? You dumped the whole bottle on your head without smelling it first. But that wonderful potion worked! I did move faster! You moved faster because 30 stray dogs were chasing you. See, you're giving me a hard time again! Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Wow, it sure is fun to tell you the truth and have you grumble at me in return. No, I didn't mean to, sorry. You're too honest sometimes. You're embarrassing me. Alright, let's go eat. Now that's spending wisely. Yeah, wait a minute, Shinon, you didn't help me at all! This isn't part of the deal! Oh, those two. Anyway, coming in here, we've got some new supports, or some new info we can get, starting off with Jill.
Bye, see you later.
Yep.
Oh, Mist, watch your step, it's slippery. Whoa! Mist! Ow, I landed right on my butt. The snow's cold. Be careful. Alrighty. Hey, watch, Jill, I'm gonna make a snow angel. Whee! It must be nice to be so cheerful.
Jill.
Who's there?
It's me.
Captain Hart, but this is an enemy camp.
I've been trying to track you down ever since you disappeared at Toha. I figured you were off chasing after the Crimeans. Never imagined that you would join up with them.
First it was just circumstance, but now it's different. Now I'm with them because I want to be. Spending time with them and coming into contact with Laguz has shown me what a fool I've been.
Laguz? Never thought I would hear that word from someone who once said subhuman with such absolute hatred. Sounds like you've had some good experiences with this happy little band.
I knew that if anyone would understand, it would be you, Captain.
So you're forming your own set of values for the first time. That's good. It's very, very good. But what are you planning to do now? If you keep moving forward, you're going to face General Shiharam before long.
Causing trouble before my father was never my intent. However, as a member of this army, I will face him with my shoulders straight and my head held high.
So you're determined to see this through?
I am.
So be it. There's nothing left to be said. Farewell. Next time we meet, it'll be as enemies. Prepare yourself. Get some rest. You know how important it is.
Ike, can I talk to you? A few minutes ago, a man I've never seen before just showed up and spoke to Jill. I wasn't sure what was going on, so I went and found you. What should we do? Whatever they're talking about, it sure looks serious.
Jill's trained in the Daein army. Fighting against her countrymen will be tough, no matter how prepared she thinks she is.
I don't care what happens. You can't let her fight against her own father. All right, Ike?
It might not be a bad idea to keep her at base camp, just while we're in Daein. Interesting. It's nice to see Commander Har is so open to Jill finding her own values, even if that does mean betraying her kingdom and countrymen. 3 brothers.
What do you think, guys? Are we able to perform a new special attack?
I think we might. I was looking through some old scrolls on fighting techniques, and I found one that looks perfect.
Awesome! Nice work! What is it? What is it? Come on, tell us how it works!
Well, if we want to learn it, there are some things we'll have to do.
Ah, dang, I hope it's not all technical, because I won't be able to keep up. Just summarize it, will ya?
I can do that. Alright, the most important thing is that we have to use the same weapon. So if all 3 of us can use a bow, that'll be one problem out of the way.
A bow? You and I have to use bows?
Boyd, are you even listening to me? Yes, we all have to use the same weapon. That's part of the deal.
Crud! Nothing we can do about it now, I guess.
Hey, you better not slow us down, Rolf, you little brat.
Stop calling me a brat. I'm a better archer than you. If anyone slows us down, it'll be you, Boyd.
What'd you say? I'm gonna...
Knock it off, Boyd. Your skills with the bow aren't as polished as Rolf's. Anyone can see that. Which means that even if Rolf has some natural skill, whoever taught him the fundamentals was an expert archer.
Yeah, I know. He just keeps blabbering this nonsense about how he taught himself.
I did teach myself. I'm a prodigy.
Well, judging by your stance and the way you hold the bow, I think we all know the real story.
Huh? What is it? What real story?
Oscar, no! Shh!
Story that Rolf's lucky to have a genius like me for a brother, that's what.
Oh, stop messing around. This is getting stupid.
Phew.
What are you guys talking about? The 3 of you have been huddled up here for a while. What are you scheming?
Shh. Hi, Ike.
Scheming is such an ugly word. We're just...
Well, hey, Ike, we're working on this special
Yeah! Yeah! Ah, I forgot something. Sorry, gotta go. Sorry about that, Ike. He's been acting a bit odd these days.
Really? Seems to me that you're the odd one in the bunch.
Sure, all right. Do us together, though, and make sure all the 3 of us are all in the next battle.
Sure, I guess that's fine, but why?
Well, it's a surprise, that's all. We'll show you later. I'm sure you'll like it. Come on, we can't be standing around all day. Let's go. Oscar, Rolf.
Special man, Man. Mandolin? Manicotti? Manifesto? Oh, who cares?
This will not show up unless you have all 3 of them promoted and all of them can use bows. When Boyd ranks up, he automatically gets that, but you have a choice with Oscar on what weapon he can use. This was hinted at in chapter 13 of an attack that they could all do together, and it does require them all to use the same weapon. Next up, Janeth.
I'll take on any number of enemies, but the snow is another story. I think my beautiful wings are icing over. That sounds like trouble. Are you going to be able to fly?
Yes, of course I can fly. Wings aren't for looks, you know. They're made of flesh and blood and feathers. It's not like I'm some animal that has to hibernate when winter rolls in. Sheesh, can't you Bayard tell the difference between comic exaggeration and serious conversation?
Oh, was I supposed to laugh? I was supposed to laugh, was I? Sorry about that.
Oh my, such sincerity. This is unexpected. Looks like someone taught you manners.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what are our chances for victory?
We're still at an extreme disadvantage.
What? It's not the answer I wanted. You gotta do better than that, Bayard General. I'm here. If we lose, how am I ever gonna show my face in Phoenicius again?
We're at a disadvantage, but I don't intend to lose. There's a man in Daein that I need to find, and I will be the last thing that he sees.
Ha! Well said. I wish you could repeat that to today's younger generation. There's some weaklings back home that I don't even want to call hawks. I'll just stick them back in their eggs and start over from scratch.
Hey, you hatch from eggs? Huh?
I was speaking figuratively, you know, like a metaphor. We haven't hatched from eggs for many generations now. Silly Bayork. All right, I'm out of here. I gotta warm up the old wings before battle, or who knows what might happen. Figured that egg thing was a joke, but I had no idea it ever really happened. Bird tribes. Go figure. Interesting little bit of history on the hawk tribes. Ulki! Excuse me, do you have a moment? Oh, General Ike. What is it? It's nothing really. I just thought I'd say hello. That's considerate. Your king is very generous, isn't he? And it's not just Reyson I'm talking about. He left us his 2 retainers as well. How do we pertain to the king's generosity? I guess it's because Reyson kept apologizing. I just thought that... Am I misinterpreting something? I don't know. But I know that the king can survive without our help. Is that true? It's pretty amazing. I've been given the title of Lord, but I still can't run this army on my own. Titania and Soren handle all the little details. That's what keeps us from collapsing into chaos. Our king does nothing special. Everyone just does what's needed. There is no chaos. He's really trusted, isn't he? That's natural. In Lagu society, the strongest become king. Unlike Bayork, kingship is not tied to blood, so we have no weak kings. I'm sorry, perhaps that was improper. No, I agree with you. Choosing a ruler by strength instead of birth makes much more sense. When we face Daein Troops, we target the units with weak leadership and eliminate them first. Bayork weapons can be very powerful, but not everyone wields them well. Since Bayork also choose generals by bloodlines, their competency is uneven, and that is a weakness of Bayork armies. As for you, General Ike, the time to prove yourself is approaching. It's true. No matter how strong the individuals are, that strength is worthless if they're weak as a unit. An army's power comes from leadership and management. It's good to remember. Thanks. Nice little use, a little bit like of a history lesson and a tactics lesson there. Something neat. Also, something interesting that was mentioned there that I did not mention last time. If in Chapter 18 you decide to not take Reyson up on his offer to join the party, he will give you a renewal scroll. This scroll is a skill scroll that makes it so at the start of every turn, the unit equipped with it can gains back 10% of their HP. Not nearly as good as having Reyson. On top of that, if you refuse Reyson, you also refuse Janeth and Ulki. So I'd rather have them in my party than, you know, not. Anyway, next on our list, we're gonna be awarding some EXP. Let's get Soren up to his level up class. Class change. Going from a mage to a sage. It's a nice little bonus to pretty much everything except for luck, but that seems to be the way about it all. And you get to choose a new specialization. There is quite literally no reason to ever have somebody, especially Soren, who has a 5% chance to increase his strength, to ever use knives. We're gonna give him the staves. Next up on our list, I want to get Braum up to his upgraded class as well. Not a bad level up. Did I remember to give him the Night Ward? I did not, so I went back and equipped it, but it was kind of too late as it was. I love his pink spear. With this, Braum upgrades from a knight to a general, giving him proficiency with swords, a decent boost to all of his stats, and +1 move, which is really good for him. The other person I'd like to level up as well, using the rest of the bonus EXP, is Volk. Getting to level 20, and pretty good level up. His speed's already maxed out, so that's not bad. However, you'll notice that I can't level up Volk anymore. Next on the agenda,
I will not be making a unique weapon this time around, but instead I'm going to be selling a bunch of weapons to try to get up to a certain amount of gold. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll also outfit who I'm gonna use for the next battle. We just got this recover staff, which restores all HP to a target unit. However, Reese's magic is so high that he's better off using mend anyway. Sold off the gamble scroll as well. I'm also gonna be selling the counter scroll, which puts us at an even 50,000. That is the amount I want to start this chapter with. So, General, there look to be a lot of enemy soldiers ahead. Mostly Daein, but there are some crows from Kilvas, too. More than our last fight. Yeah, there is a lot. What's troubling is that King Kilvas is with them. The Crow King himself is cooperating with Daein. Yep, compared to the other crows, the king is in a class by himself. Obviously, he's no match for our king, but anyway, you should move carefully. An entire unit under the command of King Kilvas. I think that bodes ill for us. The outcome of the battle hinges on how we deal with them. Kilvas soldiers, it's a fellow bird tribe Laguz. What can you tell us about them? Please don't lump us in together with those carrion birds. We are not partial to the crows. As you know, we are outmanned by Daein troops. Is there any way that we can get the Ravens to withdraw? That would be a tremendous help. Well, suppose I can go meet with King Kilvas if I had to. I don't think that my speaking to him is gonna make a difference, though. If you like, we will try, but don't expect anything to come of it. No matter the circumstance, I will never speak to a crow. No matter what we decide, sitting here like this is giving the enemy more time to prepare. You're right. Come on, let's get moving. Welcome to hell! On top of the normal units here, we also have to deal with, like, the normal, Bayork units here. We also gotta deal with Raven Laguz and Bayork units on ballistas! Which means, hey, my flying units are gonna have a hell of a time. Which means I'm probably not gonna be using terribly many of them. I do have a plan, though, so we're good on that one. We do also have Homasa, who we saw in an earlier cutscene, wielding the Sonic Sword. So, it might be a decent idea to try to get close to him and steal either a Silver Sword or his or a Sonic Sword. His speed, however, is 20, so I don't even know if Volk will be able to steal it from him. Because I think, even though his speed is maxed out 2, I think, yes, I'm pretty sure. Well, I think it'll pop up on the screen here if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the speed has to outweigh the speed of the other unit and not just be equal to it. At any rate, though, on top of that, looking at Naesala here, level 17, he transforms on his first turn, and look at those stats! Good God, man! He's got a coin as well, so, but, you know, you're not gonna be having any thief that's gonna be able to outspeed him in order to be able to steal it off of him. Would have been nice, but, it is what it is. Got some flying units, some Myrmidons, some cavalry, plenty of archers and snipers, a warrior, and a soldier. Well, all said and done, I'm gonna go organize my troops. Here's what we're looking at for our troops items. If I seem a little distraught because the strategy I tried last, you know what, you'll see it in a little bit here. Jill has the full guard, which she needs for the strategy I want to pull off. Ulki has the Demi-Band, which will help him move faster for longer, and also immediately transform him. Braum has the Night Ward, as it helps improve his speed, and Leith has the Bayork Guard, just in case. I'm pretty sure somebody who has some sort of Laguz item here. And you may notice that Oscar's in the party too, which is something I normally don't do, but you know what? We're all good with that. Sir, the Crimean army has arrived. Hope they are prepared to pass into oblivion, for this will be their final resting place. Nice mullet on that guy, I realized. Crimean stragglers join with an army on loan from Binyan. Even heard they have a betrayer in their midst, and yet they still march on. What an odd group. But as long as Kilvas stands at the side of Daein, they have no future. I suppose they're just unlucky. It appears the enemy has spotted us. Well, a group this large is hard to miss. How will you proceed? No tricks, nothing fancy. We'll hit them from the front, fast and hard. I'm sure you're already aware of this, but if you don't do something about Kilvas, you're at a disadvantage. Yes, I've heard about the Ravens, but even so, it's not as if we can turn tail and run away. Now that I think on it, King Kilvas and Prince Reyson used to be close friends. Did you ask him to speak to the king? He was most emphatic about his refusal. It seems that Naesala was responsible for Reyson's capture at the hands of Duke Tanis. I can't really blame him. And the Hawks? They too are of the bird tribes. Surely some connection there can be found. They weren't very excited about the suggestion. You could command them to do it. There's an antagonism between the tribes that we don't understand. I'd rather not force the issue. Trying to coerce them into it would be unfair. I will let them do as they please. That is so very like you. However, giving orders that are unpopular is often necessary when one is in the command, and maybe so, but I can only do things the best I know how, my own way. Come, it's time to go.
As we begin here, you may have noticed that I haven't gone over bonus EXP. There's a reason for that. We'll go over it in a little bit here. You'll notice that these ballista have a range of 3 to 10. On the bright side, though, they can't go back past the where the archer is placed, so they can't even turn around there. So if I were to just fly past them, it'd be great. However, we have quite a few bit of issues here, with Naesala being as strong as he is, and also able to cast wind magic. This is why I gave Jill what I gave Jill. This carefully crafted strategy I have is only meant to work, is meant to work in this way as long as nothing goes wrong. And that threshold is vast. Getting Reyson to do a chant because I need to bring her up here in order to attack this guy with the hurling stick. He does no damage to her. And just straight up missed too, wow. You know what, it was a coin flip for his accuracy. We gotta level up here, let's see what we're looking at in terms of level up here. It's always a good thing going on here. Magic! Wyvern Lord. She needs to come back here and wait. Next up, Astrid, please rescue Reyson, because if he gets hit by the ballista, he will die. And that's not just from like the sheer amount of damage that that ballistas do. Oh no, that is just based on the fact that they also count as bows. So they do a ton of damage. Let's get Nephany up here. Let's get Ike up here. Let's get Reese as far up as he'll go. Let's get Soren, like, here. Let's get Ulki, like, I don't know, here. Alright, we're getting our first attack in on Oscar here with the Iron Blade. Haha! Ah! Is his speed? So, something that I've noticed on a few of these is that sometimes the unit's speed tends to be higher than what you've loaded into, as this is not my first go-around on this. I tell you what. Oh, the hurling stick broke. Man. Alright, well, Oscar's doing fine. Meanwhile, we automatically switch to Das Pokin, and this guy's using a Steel Lance. Ow! Bench. And let's see what we do here. There we go. Oh, black wings. Among humans, these are considered bad omens, are they not? Take these omens as fact, and let them herald you to the afterlife. Dealing 13 damage. Oh, she actually could have taken a lot. Oh my god, why? And here comes some dangerous damage here. Whoa. What you saw before this attack went off
was my run at this, where Kilvas just got a crit on Jill for like no reason. Unfortunately, it's a little difficult to get up to him, but that's why Soren is here. Let me see how far he can go. Oh, that's perfect. I need to move Kilvas back. I need Astrid to drop Reyson. And we're really gotta start moving up to take care of the arching man. The archer man. Lord, I was born an arching man. Except he's too big and I can't move him, damn it! When it's time for leaving, I think I actually should probably get as many people out of Kilvas's range as possible. Which means no attacking the ballistic guy quite yet. That said... Okay, good. He is just out of range of that. I need to make sure that as many people as possible are out of Kilvas's range. Because he does a ton of damage, as we saw here against Jill. But I am able to make it work in my favor. Also, who's ready? Who's ready to see something fun? With Boyd, Oscar, and Rolf positioned like this, at least 2 spaces away where they could all use their bows. Choosing attack will change the attack into... The time is now! Triangle attack! A triangle attack, which will automatically crit using the brothers' attack as the base. Which means that, honestly, Boyd would have worked out as well. His attack is 27 with the bow. What's yours? 33. It was probably better to use Rolf for that one. And just get as much as possible in here. Who hasn't gone? Nephany. Is that everybody? Yes. Okay. Here's where things get... Oh, wait. Oh, he flew over there to heal up. Okay. I mean, fortunately, my goal here is just to kill. Kill? What am I saying? My goal here... I have goals, man! Oh, she leveled up! Perfect. My goal here is just to kill the boss. But with the way I planned this out, hopefully correctly... Oh man, I don't even know how good her defense is. So is this, if this guy accidentally... oh, that would not have killed, but man, would it have come close. Everyone's moving up. They are beginning their oh god! Oh, okay. Like, even with the Armor Slayer, he's still an absolute unit of a tank. All Brom's getting a ton of experience! This is perfect! Yeah! Yeah! Alright, here it comes. But fortunately, Soren is really tanky when it comes to magic stuff. Oh shoot, Adept went off. It actually, you know, really doesn't matter. Alright. As the other Ravens fly forward here, we begin the next turn. In order to make this work, you need to have either Ulki or Janif talk to Naesala. You, King Kilvas, why have you decided to make the Laguz your enemy? What a Tibarn's flock, eh? You're his ears, if I'm not mistaken. Why did you sell Prince Reyson to a Beorc? You Hawks rescued Reyson, didn't you? So everything worked out in the end. What's the problem? You would repeat your words to Prince Reyson himself? Reyson is here? Here? Why? The Beorc leading this army helped him escape Serenus Forest. Helped him? Are you saying that a human came to the aid of Reyson? A Laguz? That's what I say. He also rescued Princess Liane. Leanne is alive? She was asleep for all these years. The forest protected her. Their voices brought the forest back to life. Of course, so that's how. Why don't you try speaking to Prince Reyson? If you do that, perhaps King Tiborn's rage will burn less brightly. Tiborn's rage, eh? That's all we can do there. However, I'm gonna have Reyson come up here and go ahead and let's see. Yeah, I'll have him go up here and have him chant on Ulki, just to give Ulki another go around at doing some stuff here. Especially considering I need as many people as possible. Fortunately, this guy isn't even with the range of the other guy, so I could just have him come up here. Well, I should probably be a little careful. I could just have Ulki come up and take this guy out, which actually might be a pretty dang good idea. Go ahead and attack this guy with a beak. 15 damage per hit, and oh, actually, my speed isn't high enough to get 2 hits in. All right, well, time to pay the piper then, I guess. I want to get rid of this guy. Let's use. Can I use El Thunder on him? Yes. That would deal. Actually, let me see if I can be a little bit more frugal with this. Perfect! Elwyn deals exactly enough damage to kill him. And who knows? Maybe Adept will go off. Probably not, though. Hey, and he got a killer axe, which he can't use. So let's go back to the convoy. Not as close as I would like it to be, but I can use Physic to heal up Astrid. Alright, and she can even get into the battle, so let's get Jill into battle to finish this guy off with Das Poken. Or even just attack this guy with Das Poken. Actually, who all has the blades? Blade, longsword, blade. I think I actually want to attack... Well, she can't advance that far. Let's say this. Damn it. Let's say this. Damn, 1 speed off, really? Ulki, my dude, my guy. You are doing me 0 favors here. I could just have him come over and kill this guy. Because this guy's super weak. Plus, I'd attack him twice. 8 damage per hit, 29% chance to attack. Yeah, no, we're good. We're all well and good there. If he hits, then I shits. Down he goes. Alright, moving right along. I'm gonna stab this big guy with something I got here, and now he will die, yeah! Poke him with a spear and dodge out of the way, good now. And then crit him, but like that, cause it was not necessary. Moving right along. Okay. Vetu. Ugh. Oh, I should have. Well, I could at least move him closer so he can get another attack in, but still. That is most unfortunate. Just to try and clear out as many people as possible. Yeah. Yikes. Oscar's lack of levels is really showing here. Using the spear, though, to his advantage. I think it's the first time I've even used the spear. Nice bit of damage. Which might not have worked out the way I want it to. Come up here. I can kill him with the iron sword. No, so close! Can Astrid kill anybody with the iron sword? 12 damage. Son of a bee sting, man. 10 damage. I'd be better off using bows on a lot of these guys. Let's have Nephany kill this archer. Give him Oh, wait, wow. The point would definitely be more worth it here. It's a lot better, like, cost-effective-wise to make weapons out of, like, the steel weapons. Well, hey! We got a level up. Not bad, not bad! Better hitting, better defense. Could use a little bit of strength, but... Our money issues are going to come to an end very soon. How many units do I have left? Okay. Because you can just kill this guy, right? Yeah, that's a solid 31 damage on him. Just trying to figure out my courses of action here. Die! I am Kitty. Hear me? Let's see. Let me see how far these guys can go. And then there's this guy who's just gonna use 3 turns to heal himself, so... yeah, not much going for me there. Let's have Ike come... actually, hold on, what? These guys transform next turn. I think it should be fine! We will definitely see on that, though. Let's use a steel bow, would probably be enough to kill this guy, right? 16 damage per hit, he's got 27 health. Yes. I don't need to use bow and arrow. I wonder if maybe I should have had Astrid wield axes instead of swords, because I realize that I'm not using I just realized that I'm not using Titania as often. So it might have been better to have given her axes in that regard, at least for my purposes anyway. Let's have Braum come up here, and can he kill this guy? Well, he can definitely kill that guy, because that guy has already taken damage. Can he kill this guy, though? Absolutely. This armor's heavy. Unfortunately, it's cold out, so that way I'm not overheating. However, the armor is getting to below freezing temperature, and it's starting to stick to my skin because it's freezing the water on me. This is very bad. Help me. Iron bow? Give this guy an iron deficiency. Look at him use his bow. Look at him trying. I remember thinking to yourself, Tom, you have effectively killed at least 1 unit because you did not have anybody engaged in Naesala right now. Well, the bright side to all that. Actually, who child? Okay, that works out. Try to attract them this way. That works out for me, because despite the fact that we now have a plethora of ravens to battle here, and he's just going to a corner. Oh, sugar. Forgot that guy was still alive. Fortunately, I didn't put any flying units there. Naesala will go and talk to Reyson on his own and not target any of our units. Reyson! Hey, Reyson! Look at you! You look sharp, kid! Go away. So you can talk. You. How dare you show your face to me? Well, I've been called brazen before. Some have gone so far as to say shameless. Come on, at least let me give you a reason. Be gone. My ears are closed to you. Reyson, we're friends, are we not? Oh yes, friends. In fact, we're such good friends that you sold me to that wretched sack of lard. I didn't really sell you. Besides, I planned on rescuing you right away. You're just impatient and flew away on your own, so... Are you blaming me? No. Well, maybe. I mean, it was I who was in the wrong. On all accounts. No one was hurt in the end. Come on, smooth those ruffled feathers, alright? Leanna's alive. Yeah, Timbarn's attendant told me. It's wonderful news. When he sees her face, I'm sure King Lorenziah will begin to feel better at once. Things are really looking up, aren't they, Reyson?
I suppose that if you hadn't deceived me and taken me to the forest, you might not have discovered her. So I'll forgive you. Just this once.
Reyson! Oh, that's...
With conditions. Will you accept them?
What? What are they?
Pull your troops from this battle, now, and never again enter into combat against your fellow Lagus.
Oh, come on, Reyson. That's asking too much.
What will you do then? Will you continue to fight the Crimean army to which I am in service?
Very well. You win, Reyson. I'll leave and take my soldiers with me. Yet I cannot say what the future will bring. I have the fate of my nation to consider, after all.
Very well.
So we're friends again, right? Come to Kilvas for a visit, will ya? Ulki will be so pleased.
I'll do that. When this war is over, Leanne and I will both come.
Oh, and as for Tibern...
I'll speak to him. There's no need for you to worry.
Thank you. Farewell, and watch yourself. This is war, you know. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got something for you. I call it an I'm sorry present.
Huh? What's this supposed to be?
It's a human trinket. It's called a night ring.
Something made by Beork?
Don't give it make such a disgusted face. I tried it and it proved to be useful.
Understood. I'll take it for now.
Don't get killed, Reyson. If anything were to happen to you, Ulki would never let me hear the end of it.
Thank you, Naesala.
The night ring has been achieved, and all of the Ravens have turned to other units. Listen to me, Dark Wings. We of Kilvas are leaving. Turn at once and head for home. Your bonus experience in this chapter comes from clearing this in under 9 turns, clearing the chapter, and based on how many Ravens escape. One thing I learned in my practice run is that if any of them have taken damage, they will cling to Rhys until you heal them, and then they will run away. My practice run took more turns than I would have liked them to, and now we are completely out of Raven units to deal with. It is shocking, to say the least. All right, I don't think Ulki can reach this guy in the amount of moves he has. He can move in behind him though. I will move Jill in range. And these units didn't move yet. So I need to be wary of what comes next. Actually, considering that this guy's using a sonic sword, we have so many turns left to us. If Rolf were a bit further on the front lines, he might be able to reach some of them with his abilities, but for the time being, that is impossible. However, we can start moving people up, and let's see, Physic, does anybody need the healing badly? Astrid's probably gonna be targeted again, but Ulki could use it more. I'm gonna give it to Astrid, and hope to God I'm not in the wrong. Just giving Rhys some much needed experience. Figuring out where I can and can't go is definitely something I should try to accomplish here. Ooh. Although, I do think giving the healer another turn would be most prudent. Yes! Yes! So now he can use what I think is his last physic charge, yes, on Ulki. I was going to be seeing some combat here. I've got plenty of turns to work with, so I'm not in a rush to go anywhere right now. Not a bad level up. His increased magic means it'll do more healing. I don't plan on using Oscar after this, so... Alright, let's go ahead and end and... Kilvas has betrayed us. I think abandoned would be more accurate, but... Idiot! It's the same thing! Ah, cursed subhumans! We should have never trusted them. That guy's gonna heal up again. And begin moving towards us. Oh, I didn't realize Oscar was in range. Didn't matter though. Okay, they are not moving. Will Duspoken kill? Yes, handedly. I've got a fussy puppy behind me. Alright, oh, she's able to move again, that's right. Ulki! Please tell me you're- oh my god, with the speed. With the speed and everything. Dealing 9 damage to him, that's a pretty hefty amount there. God, I wish his speed was better. He does less damage than I thought he would. Well, hey! Probably gonna attack with the short axe from a distance. And I need to be careful here just because of what all we got going on over there. Let's see what their ranges are again. It'd be nice if I could attract, like one. But that's not how this game works generally. Considering that with his Sonic Sword he's dealing 22 damage, he'd be taking 20 damage off the bat there. Well, I think a little bit of mending ought to be good here. Because I'm gonna throw Braum into the thick of it and hope they start coming for him. Again, I have plenty of turns to deal with this because of the strategy I used with Jill. I think I'll move him 1 back just to be on the safe side. In terms of everybody else, let's begin lining them up on the front lines here and begin our assault. If I need to move here. Once again, giving the healer another turn would be very, very prudent, as it were. I'm just gonna move him away. I have no idea who still needs healing, but I can only assume that you do. You do! You do! Alright, are they actually gonna come for me this time? Hard to say. You are gonna attack me with the short axe from a distance and miss because you are dumb. Still nothing? God. Dang, dude. Well, we got a Heron, so. Should I attack this guy? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Except I'm dealing a ton of damage, so I could just, like, you know, take him out. Take him out. Hi, don't you chew on your legs, buddy. I'm pretty sure Astrid can handle this. I think this is the first battle I haven't brought Mia to in a long time. She was in that second slot on the party screen for a long time. The party reorganizes based on how long it's been since you used them. Not bad. Actually, how far? Ooh! Hey, here's an idea. It would be nice to get Ike some experience as well. Ike probably could use the most experience out of all of them. Currently. And I can't kill that guy with Duspoken. Let me see, actually. This is an interesting opportunity because we haven't seen what happens if you break a weapon when you have the opportunity to attack twice. And lo and behold, you only attack once. We'll just finish him off with Ulki and be done with it. Oh, he's got a 20% chance to hit. Why did I think that Ulki was in any danger? Okay, I want Rolf, Ike, and Soren. Rolf, Ike, Soren, and I guess Nephany on the front lines. Move there. I almost ended my turn. Alright, that's one below the ballista. That's one above. Okay, so Rolf, go there. Ike, go here. Soren, go here. Boyd, go... Actually, hold on. Between Boyd and Nephany. No experience versus 26, or 27. There we go. Let's go ahead and do a little Heron chant here. Get everyone up and at them. There's only one of these guys I'm not gonna kill, but it's not too big of a deal. Ike, let's have you take out the healer. Actually, would Ike do enough damage to kill this guy? Steel blade, 19 damage per hit. Yes, with the steel blade. With a steel sword, though. No. Would be. Oh, actually, he wouldn't be. Yeah, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. He just wouldn't. Yeah, we'll unless he crits, we'll just finish him off with Braum. Your fighting style is unique. It is rough and awkward, yet terribly strong. Who is your teacher? My father. Really? Then we are the same. My father taught me to wield a sword as well. Neither of us can afford to lose. Oh, he got Aether! I didn't want Aether to kick in. The shame. Oh, there goes some combat experience, but I think it was well worth it. Forgot about Aether. I should have attacked the other units first to get some more combat experience. Not a great level up, but I can't go wrong with strength. We won, somehow. It's because you did an excellent job of driving off the Ravens. Yeah, if we had continued to fight them, we would have suffered more casualties than this. I must extend thanks to Reyson.
My Lord Ike, I'm pleased to see you well. You haven't been injured, have you?
Princess Alencia. I'm fine. I'm unharmed.
Oh, that's good.
Ike, may I have a word?
And if you don't mind, Princess Alencia, would you join us as well? Please join me in that building. What could it be?
Let's go see.
This is...
holy.
Incredible, no? It's gold. All of it.
Daein must be filthy rich. There's so much, it doesn't even seem real. What do we do with it?
It's the spoils of war, so naturally it's ours.
In that case, I'd like to borrow 50,000. Would that be all right?
That's a lot of money. What are you planning on doing?
It's a private matter.
I apologize, Commander. You're not a child. There's no reason for me to pry. My Lord Ike, please use this gold for the mercenary company. Until now, I haven't had the resources to adequately pay them, so please.
No. If I may borrow 50,000, that will be more than...
You won't borrow it, you'll accept it, and in good faith. The remainder we'll give to Soren for company maintenance. Would that be alright, Princess Alencia? Yes, of course.
General Petrine. Please, General. I'm just a messenger. However, I have to tell you.
I already heard, you dunderhead. I hated those filthy crows right from the start. Even so, to be betrayed in such a fashion... Oh, someone will pay for this! You certainly had your ways with us, didn't you, King Kilvas? But if you want to make an enemy of Daein, then so be it. Once Gallia's fallen, we'll turn our attention to your puny nation and wipe it off the face of the world. Why are you still here? Do you find me amusing? Shall I make my lance dance for you?
No, ma'am. No, never. Not at all. I beg your pardon. So sorry. I'll be going now.
Dog's breath! I need something. A brilliant plan. If this continues much longer, the king will have my head. But I'm almost done.
You wanted to see me?
You've waited a long time. Take this. The gold you were promised.
Fun fact! I didn't have to save up the 50,000 after all.
Finally scraped it together, huh? I'll gladly accept it.
Aren't you going to count it?
There's no need. I'll trust you.
All right, then. I'll take what was promised. The report you wrote for my father.
There isn't one.
What?
There is no report. Never was.
You lied to me? You exploited my need to know more about my father?
There is something I must tell you. However, it could not be written down. It is too great a secret for that. Your father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it. Then to tell you myself.
Mature? Then what was the 50,000 gold for?
Ah, the gold. That was my idea. Thought it'd be a good way to test how resourceful and responsible you were.
Get started. I want to hear it all.
It's been a long time as Grail's hired shadow. A long time. I remained hidden from sight in case the day ever arrived that I need to fulfill my contract. All that time, for one job.
What was it?
If Grail were to ever go berserk, I was to stop him. I was to take his life.
What?
Actually, there was one other thing. If Grail were ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Grail's secret at an appropriate time. That was my job.
Berserk? What are you talking about? Why would you have to kill my father?
Because of Leiron's medallion.
What medallion? What are you talking about?
The medallion your sister carries.
Huh? That old bronze thing? I thought it was just a keepsake of my mother's. Are you telling me that it's something more?
Grail told me it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. I did some investigating on my own, though. And what I discovered surprised me.
Tell me.
Leiron was one of the Heron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Reyson, who carried with him a bronze medallion. Long, long ago, a band of heroes defeated an evil god and imprisoned it therein.
An evil god? Do you think this is funny? You are joking, aren't you?
Unfortunately, I'm not, and I've no idea how the cursed thing came to be in Grail's possession. That being said, I do know that the men who hunted your father were actually seeking the medallion. Why they wanted it and what they planned to do with it. Just thinking about it gives me chills.
I'm finding all this a little hard to believe. You said the medallion was an object of great peril, didn't you? Then why would my father allow Miss to carry it around? That doesn't make any sense.
It's because she can carry it safely. Actually, she's the only one who can. If you want proof, think back. Have you ever once touched it?
No, I haven't. A long time ago, I remember reaching out for her while Mist had it in her hand. My father scolded me harshly. After that, I assumed it was my sister's alone and I never reached for it again.
Compared to other people, the balance within your sister is extremely strong. Your mother, it seems, was the same. That's why they could bear it safely. The medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspects of a person and magnifies them 1,000-fold. Grail touched it only once, and it drove him to complete madness.
So that's what you meant when you said he went berserk.
That's right. Beork and Laguz are made up of two forces, balance and chaos. In this, there is no difference between us. It is the proportion of balance to chaos that determines how much the medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do. Your father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of his generation. That day after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers had come for him, 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting them down. Then he began attacking his neighbors, those who had taken him in, concealed his identity, and called him friend. He slew them one by one, until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself. It was over in an instant. Your mother grabbed the medallion from his hand and stepped away from him. They say she smiled as he pulled his sword from her breast and forgave him as her life's blood spilled onto the street.
My father killed my mother. No, that can't be.
It was the medallion. Its power is too great for any man, even one of your father's caliber. Me, you, if either of us touch it, I'm certain that we both would have been consumed by madness. When your father regained his senses, he tracked me down. Seems he'd heard rumors of me sometime before. He said he had need of someone like me, closed-mouthed, skilled, and most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, after hearing what he wanted me to do, I turned him down. Grail was once a famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Daein's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. There was no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him. But you took the job anyway. Why did you change your mind? Grail had lost his wife, and his grief was overpowering. To keep anything like that from happening again, he crippled himself. He slashed the tendons in his sword hand so that he could not wield the sword again. I took the job only because he had become someone my skill could handle. And even then, he was still far stronger than most men. I don't know what to say. That is Grail's secret as I know it. Now I entrust to you the responsibility of seeing that the medallion does not fall into the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it. As my father lay dying, he told me to forget everything and live in peace. What did he mean? He didn't want you to lose yourself and go hunting for revenge, I suppose. He was killed much, much sooner than he ever expected to be. So my father's dying wish was for me to protect the medallion. If I can do that, everything will be all right? I believe so. At the very least, that must take precedent over everything else. I understand. Oh, one last thing. What is it? Do you want to hire me, in the event that you go berserk someday? If we make a deal now, you won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I can take it out of the 50,000 you just gave me. What do you say?
We are going to hire him.
Please. That's a wise decision. And in that case, I no longer need to conceal my true identity. Huh?
Volk could not promote in class because this story beat is what causes him to promote. He goes from being a thief to an assassin. Level 1 assassin, gets some pretty good gains with that too, and is still able to steal and lockpick. And he's one of the few characters who actually gets a model change after they upgrade class.
I'm not really a thief. I'm an assassin. From now on, I'll take on any job you've got, no matter how dirty. Father. Mother. Oh, why?
And with that, next time on Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, we continue the march on to Daein with new information of Ike's father, and with an ally we thought we couldn't trust, now one of the most trustworthy people we know. See you all next time. Later.